Hello everyone, sorry for the lack of uploads. As I'm sure you're aware, the whole of the UK has gone on strike and we thought we'd join them.
In all seriousness, Ben had to go back to uni and do some uni work. He kind of wants to do well or some bullshit. But there has been some progress since the last upload. We've now installed the front lights and the back lights. We did have a little bit of help from an actual mechanic installing these because electrics isn't really our forte. If we'd been left to our own devices, that would be the reverse light, that would be the brake light. And we haven't painted the doors yet, but there's two reasons for that. Reason one, the tent's fucked. Two, Ben was strapped for cash and sold the bloody doors. Not all doom and gloom. Look how nice these lights look. Ben, why did you sell the doors?
I sold the doors so we could buy this. Any guess what this is? This is our roll bar slash seatbelt mount. It costed my entire net worth and we're about to try and install it on the car. I know we made lots of jokes earlier about the reasons for not uploading, but this is the true reason. It's taken sort of 6 to 8 weeks to be made and then it's another week to be shipped. But it's finally here and we couldn't be more chuffed. So to just explain briefly, this bar goes over the Defender like a sort of hoop here. It sort of acts as a roll cage and also a seatbelt mount. You can see here, seatbelt mount. So it's got the double hoop here at the front. This hoop here in the middle goes at the back, and it has some stick sets as well. So all in all, we'll be able to put a canvas on the car and have a sort of heavy duty roll bar. I know Defenders aren't notoriously good in crashes, so we thought why not take the extra step and get a bar to make things safer. We're just unscrewing it as it's bolted into these wooden pallets.
Right, so we've put the bar onto the car now. Looks a little odd just in terms of the height, but that's because the doors aren't on the car. I mean, they're going to go up to there. The windscreen isn't on the car, and the seats aren't in either. So it does look a little odd, but that's only going to be temporary. And now we are going to fix the bar to the actual car, which requires some intense drilling and some big bolts.
We are just drilling the holes now where the mounting points are for the bar, there and there, so I'm going to drill those through now and hopefully all goes swimmingly. I need a bigger drill bit. Gonna need a bigger drill bit.
Yeah, you're good.
So we've managed to get the bar onto the car and it bolts on with 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're not tightening everything completely because more often than not we do something wrong. So we're going to just roughly tighten this and it should come together quite nicely. Okay, so if you look over here you can see the beginning part of the bar is done. Now we've got the sort of 2 bars that go between there and there, so I'm going to undo these with my trusty knife that I hope Mr. Hill has placed somewhere that I can find it. Oh my god, this is fucking awesome. Excuse my French.
Give it a wiggle.
One thing I really like about this frame is just how sturdy it feels. It's like, it just feels super solid, and I sort of have confidence if there was a crash, if we had a crash, that maybe this actually would hold up and protect the people on the inside. So that's one of the big reasons we bought it, because Archie likes rolling cars over.
Right, final piece of the puzzle going on now.
Who are you?
Shock the muscle! Such a terrible.
Ugly.
Alright, so the bar is now installed, looking good, super sturdy, actually quite straightforward to do. We didn't cock it up, which is a bit of a surprise. We're now going to stitch this with some footage we shot yesterday of us protecting the underside of the car. Okay. So the plan for today is to protect the underside of the chassis. It just needs a really good clean, and I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be able to put your finger through it.
No, that's looking a little bit rusty. Right, we're off to Halfords because all of our supplies are in the tent. The tent's no longer there. Our supplies are scattered around the bushes, so we can't find them. Let's go. Okay, so we've gone and picked up some black paint, which we're going to use for underneath the sort of aluminum body here. It's like a blue colour at the moment, and as you know, we hate the colour blue. So we're going to use that for the sort of underbody here, and then for the actual chassis, we've got some of this that I bought in 2016. Underbody steel, the stuff never goes off and it's perfect for the job. And then for the really rusty parts, we're going to coat them in some rust sort of stabilizer first, and then sort of paint them. So we're going to take you with us undersealing the car and teach you how to properly prepare your car for winter. Right, it's clear it's going to need quite a lot. This is good though, this is going to be protecting. So I'm now just putting some of this Hammerite sort of rust converter on here, just turn it into a bit more of a stable surface, so that when we do put paint on it, it's not just going straight onto rust and it rusts underneath. This should stop it rusting. But yeah, it's difficult to apply. Fortunately, the chassis is in pretty good condition, but there are a few bits like this that could just do with some rust protection. So I'm putting Hammerite onto these bars now just to stop them rusting. Then I'm going to give them a paint in, black paint. So we'll film that as we do it. So you can see here I'm applying the Hammerite. It's the purple stuff, and it sort of turns it black, which I've already done on this bar. So once that's gone black, I'm then going to paint it with the paint that Archie's been using, just to sort of get the whole thing sort of water sealed and watertight.
Also, maybe someone in the comments can help us out here, but when we painted the bonnet, pretty sure we applied more paint to the underside than we did the top. So where we've taped it, we've got this sort of ridge where the paint here is thicker than it is here. We're gonna wet sand it, and hopefully that will get rid of this line. But if anyone knows if that's a good idea or not, please let us know.
Yeah, how do we fix that? That's important. It's not great. It's from where we put the tape on the car.
But it's not actual tape, it's the paint.
Yeah.
The tape came off, but you now just got this ridge. So let us know in the comments, please.
We have this issue where every time we get the car out of the garage, it basically just stops moving, like the brakes contract. They're like C's. So Archie the other day tried to fix it by undoing this thing. To which we realised it was nothing to do with that, but we've undone it for no reason. So now he's going to tighten that back up, hopefully.
It's not working.
It's not working. But guys, I must say, look at the Defender. Woo! Coming along very swimmingly.
So if you take a look under there, you will see that we've now painted the inside of the wheel arch in the new sort of thermite, what's it called?
Sort of like a undercoat black paint.
Done the other side as well. Ben's done some stuff on the chassis, not 100% finished yet, but we're losing the light and we've got a few other things to do.
Thank you everyone so much for watching. We really appreciate it. So now we've got the bar back, we should be back to sort of more of a regular upload schedule. I wanted to quickly say a big thank you to everyone that subscribed recently. We literally see everyone's names and all the comments, we read them all, so thank you so much for the support, and we look forward to getting back to it next week.
Yeah, next week we're probably going to be fitting the new dashboard as well, which is super exciting, and then hopefully can we drive it after that?
I need to buy some new doors.
New doors, yeah.
Buy some new doors, and then it's going to be ready for a drive in hopefully 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll crash it in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week.